Hello, welcome back to my tiny little corner of YouTube that we keep bumping into each other. So today I just wanted to come and have a little chit chat, a little sit down chit chat about homeschooling and why home educating doesn't mean that we are missing out on things that we may do in a school environment. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, to be honest, I was the person that thought, oh no, if Oliver isn't in school, there's going to be things he's going to miss out on, rites of passage, experiences, memories. How wrong I could have been. How it works in the home ed community, particularly in ours, is if there's something that you may want to do or may happen in a school, or you've got an idea of what you want to experience with your child or learn, or etc., etc., normally somebody's doing it. Normally somebody's thought about it, organising it, and you can get involved. And if they aren't, what's even more amazing is the flexibility and the way you can just customise it and do it exactly how you want to do it. There's always some creative mum out there or dad that goes, oh, I've got this idea, and then they approach a company or they set it all up from scratch and they crack on and do it. So we basically miss out on nothing. We get the best of both worlds. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because Oliver and I had just come back from a week of residential. Well, I say a week, it was 4 nights. So we went and stayed in a place in the Dales, which is obviously normally run for schools, but it was SATs and GCSE, start of GCSEs week. So they open it up for home educated families. I think there was about 35 to 40 people there, adults and children. And we have had the best time, literally exceeded anything I thought it was going to be. I did Bewley Park when I was in year 8 maybe at school, secondary school, and I loved it. I have very fond memories. And I thought it was going to be like that, and it was, but it was just even better. It was better. Oliver absolutely loved it. The fact that he's only 8 and he gets to try all these new things, it was all the outdoor activities, so kayaking, high wire, zipwire, indoor climbing, abseiling, caving, water sports, the list goes on. It's just jam-packed, and it was like kind of fun-packed from the minute we wake up until the minute we went to sleep. And I was kind of worried that I'd be exhausted. I was thinking, oh my goodness, it's kind of a lot. But it wasn't. I just felt so well rested and energized. I think it was filling up all the cups that I needed. Since I've got back, I've actually done a video on rest and the type of rest we need, so I'll link that down below. But it was what I needed, definitely. It was everything and more. It was just so enjoyable to watch Oliver. Went with some friends, so that was nice as well, but Oliver made lots of new friends while we were there. And just watch Oliver and all his friends, like, as the week goes on, the confidence built. And to be honest, my confidence was building as the week went on as well. And just generally being around like-minded families and people, it was just good for the soul. It was good for the soul. So it made me just realise that, like, the things that I was worried about that I'd had experiences with when I was at school, and I enjoyed school, so I was worried that maybe Oliver not being in a school would mean he wouldn't get to experience some of these things. So for him to experience them last week was just unreal. Unreal, and even better that I was there with him to witness it all. I just kept having this like pang in my heart, like, wow, is this really our life? Like, how lucky we are to experience, I've said experience a lot, haven't I? Experience. Just how lucky we are to get to make these memories and just, I don't know, just have this wonderful time together. It's much more than homeschooling. It's much more than home educating. It's like having a life together and having all these memories and these core memories built into Oliver and me. Like, I won't forget these days. It's basically like parenting on steroids, I think. It's just like ramped up. It's just like next level because it's just so enjoyable and everything's much more relaxed. I think sometimes when you're in school, you're trying to cram everything into weekends and holidays, But when you're homeschooling, everything feels much more relaxed and more enjoyable because you're not, it's got to be good, this experience, because we won't do this till next year. Like, we've got more exciting things coming up always. It's like from one week to the next, it's like something exciting happening. So it just feels so enjoyable, and I don't know. I love home educating Oliver. Like, I really do. And just seeing how happy he is just makes it all worthwhile. I just loved it. I loved it. So I just wanted to come and share it. So I'm going to share some clips now, and then I'm going to chat through some questions that sometimes people often maybe misinformed, or people may have about homeschooling and home educating. So here we go.
Oh, you're speedy all. Go for it! Yay! He's flying! No.
It went mixed emotions.
Why?
It first went, it doesn't look that bad, so then it looks scary.
You had no fear, you just went
So
for
then
it.
it looked good, yeah.
Go on, guys.
Can we go back to our thing? Did I take my helmet?
Oh, two. Two. Well done, Oliver. You're nearly at the top. Okay.
They've got climb up.
Feel your way. Feel your way. Ready. We are a sausage roll.
Oh wait, there's more in this. There's more in this. Green and orange.
Really nice.
Tastes like
Cardboard.
Cardboard.
No, Starburst! I just realised probably the small type like on the floor.
Yeah, you go on, you little weasel.
Can I go?
Abby, you gonna get to
Yeah.
this one?
I found this house.
You can go, yeah.
We'll be all this time. Hello.
Yes. Pull it right back. That's it. Pull. There you go.
I'm ready.
You're so good at that. Okay. We just straight to the abseiling.
That's it. Woo! Here he comes. Woohoo! Do a little jump down. Yes! That's it. Bouncing off. Yeah. So, one big question is, how do you find out what's happening? Well, to be honest, with me, I'm kind of lucky. I think I manifest it. I have a really good team of people around me. Lots of very resourceful mums that are like, oh, do you fancy this? Have you heard of this? Seen this? And I'm like, yeah, let's get involved in that. But they often find it from Facebook groups. There's lots of Facebook groups. Talking to other people, hearing from other people. We have WhatsApp groups as well, so we're all communicating with each other all the time. So with this trip, I did actually find it from a friend. She said, do you fancy this? And I was like, yes, I think we booked it last year. So, but research, Facebook, Google, if you've got some ideas, it's easy to kind of source them out, ask around. And again, if there's something like, I really want to do a family choir. I don't even know if this is a thing, but I would love to do a family choir. Maybe just like once a week, or maybe we could work towards doing Young Voices, which I think is at the beginning of the year. If anybody knows anything about Young Voices, please let me know, because I'd love to set something. I cannot sing for the life of me. But that's why you go in a choir, right? Just stand in the back, nobody can hear you. So I just think that'd be really fun, and music's healing, singing's fun. So I would love to do something like that. But what tends to happen is if you just kind of put it out enough, the universe kind of sends it your way if it's right for you. Yeah, that's pretty much how we find things, through other people, asking around. Recommendations, really. Okay, another thing is it expensive? Is it expensive to home educate? Is it expensive to go on home educational trips? It can be. This is like a really fluffy answer, I'm sorry, but it can be as expensive or as budget orientated as you want it to be. Lots of families don't spend anything. You can do everything yourself if you're resourceful. If you have a healthier budget and you can spend on certain things, like our trip was last week on residential was £245 each. And I guess in the grand scheme, if Oliver was going with a school, it would just be, I imagine, around the same price for 4 nights. If anybody knows, please let me know, because I actually don't know how much a residential would cost for 4 nights. I know some people have been going for less, and I wonder if that's a budget thing to not ask for too much within, if you're in school. So obviously, if Oliver was just going on his own, we would only have that price to pay. We paid for me as well, so it was 2. So I don't know. I think it was really good value with all the activities that we had. It was all our food. It was entertainment. It was everything. So I actually think it was good value. But it's not a cheap trip. Like you could probably go and stay somewhere outdoorsy for cheaper if you know what you're doing. It depends how resourceful you are and where your budget is. So I know that's not really answering the question, but it can be as expensive or as, budget friendly as you kind of want to make it. The other question is it weird? Is it weird not going with the school? I mean, we're definitely weird, but hey ho. I embrace being weird. We embrace being weird around here, alternative. We actually have some Spanish students staying with us, and they had a Spanish term, and when it translated, it was something like, we are original. And I love that. And it didn't translate to anything we would say, but I think they were meaning they're alternative, or what we would maybe say as weird. I should learn that, shouldn't I? Learn the Spanish version of what I mean, because I mean that coming from a nice place. It wasn't weird not being with a school at all, actually, because I think it gave probably all the same vibes it would, if not better, because Oliver was with some friends, so he was comfortable and safe with some friends, but then there was lots of new people for him to make friends with. And I guess with a school, then there's often people you may not know very well, and you may get to know better when these kind of team building activities. So I think it kind of is a healthy blend in terms of it felt a little bit holiday-like as well, where, when you go to the holiday club and you meet other families, but because you were doing fun, adventurous things together, your bond was getting closer and closer. So it wasn't weird, I don't think, us being there, because it filled up half of the property. So like I say, there was 30 to 40 of us, so it didn't feel like we were empty rattling around these great big kind of residential properties. But yeah, no, Great fun, loved it, highly recommend. Next question would be, do you still do lessons? Is it still educational? Yes, it is. Now, it may look different. I guess it would fit all the criteria as it would in a school. In terms of learning, there was very much confidence, team building, social skills, teacher skills, all the other things that you would learn. It's the same type of thing. But no, we're not sat in a classroom learning with pen and paper. Just very much more fun, play, learning very much hands-on and learning more life skills than curriculum type of thing. Can siblings and families come? Now this goes right across the board in homeschooling, not just on residential. Yes, 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 please. Always. Always family first. So it's very much family curriculum in homeschooling. Everybody does everything together. If you've got a baby sister, an older brother, your mum, your dad, everybody does it together. Everybody's in this together, which makes it so much more fun to learn. There was a girl who was maybe like 12 and her dad there all week together, and they were just so sweet, like doing everything together. Dad did everything. He was so hands-on. He didn't miss anything. Even like on the night time when they were maybe more leaning towards the children, he was there with her by her side. It was just the sweetest. It just felt so wholesome, and my heart was full all week. But this is very much like that in homeschool, that everybody does everything together. There was a large family there as well this week, and there were some little ones not participating and then some older ones participating. So the group that we went with, the organised trip that we was on, did allow non-participants and participants. Most things we do in homeschooling is very much open for everybody. So if Oliver goes to a workshop, I'm not like drop him off at the door, leave him to it. If I want to, I can do that. Or if I want to go in and sit there and listen, I can also do that. It's very inclusive and it's very flexible. Oliver's actually with his tutor right now, and it's not like he goes and sits in the classroom. For 2 hours, I've often just sat there and got my computer out or read a book, so I can listen and I can understand what he's learning, so that I can help support certain things. When he brings home some of his work, it's kind of useful if I can kind of go, oh, that's not how your tutor says it, or I kind of, with my ear to the ground, it kind of helps support me. But then also, like today, I've stepped away and let him do it on his own because he's comfortable and confident to do it on his own now, and he doesn't need me there. Frees up a little bit of time for me. But it really doesn't matter. Like sometimes some of his workshops maybe only like an hour, and for me to get there and home, it's not really worth it, so I can sit and be involved. And it's just like that throughout, which is really, really nice, because it doesn't, I think sometimes people think, oh, we're helicopter parenting and we're on them. I am definitely not doing that with Oliver, for sure. I just like to be there if he needs me. He's got access to me if he needs me. Weird to think that in a school, me going, yes, he'll get used to it on his own, he'll fend for himself. He wasn't. He was kind of deteriorating anything. He just missed me more, and he wanted to be around me more. But with him having that access to me whenever he wants, his confidence has grown. So yeah, I think it's just it's a comfort thing, isn't it? To know I'm there if he needs me, but most of the time he doesn't, and he's just cracking on without me. So I guess as he gets older, I'll be like, oh, do you not need me? What about me? It's also so nice to see him thrive and his confidence come on, and yeah, I just love the homeschooling. I think that kind of covers all the questions for now. But if anybody's got any more questions about how home educating works for us, or any advice I can give him, what I've seen around us, like I say, I'm no expert, sharing my experience and how I see it, and it may change. Never be a hostage to the choices you make, because you can always make new choices. I heard that this morning. I thought that was very interesting. So sometimes my opinion changes, sometimes my thought process changes, but I can definitely give you my opinion and my advice from a standstill point of view. So hope you've enjoyed this video. We will be back again soon. Bye.